Perhaps adult figures enter a child's mind and refuse to leave. But you must be as frightened as I am of death and godlessness.
We must die, but at the right time. Death only loses its terror when one has consummated one's life. Have you consummated your life?
I have achieved a great deal.
But have you lived your life? Or have you been lived by it? Do you stand outside your life, grieving for some life that you never lived?
I cannot change my life. I have my family, my patients, students. It's too late.
I cannot tell you how to live differently. If I did, you'd still be living by some other's design. But perhaps I could give you a gift, Joseph. Maybe I could give you a thought. What if some demon were to say to you that this life, as you now live it and have lived it in the past, you would have to live once more, but innumerable times more. There will be nothing new in it. Every pain, every joy, every unutterably small or great thing in your life would just return to you. The same succession, same sequence, again and again, like an hourglass of time. Imagine infinity. Consider the possibility that every action you choose, Joseph, you choose for all time. Then all unlived life would remain inside you. Unlived throughout eternity. Do you like this idea? Do you hate it? Which?
I hate it.
Why?
The only thing I love about my life is the thought that I have fulfilled my duties to my wife and children.
Duty? Your duty is a sham, Joseph. It's the curtain you hide behind. To truly build your children, you build yourself first. And as for your wife, better break her from this prison you share, and be broken by it.
Okay, those go in the bedroom. Can you follow me?
Give me a hand with this.
Why did we move?
Why did we move? I told you we moved because your mother wanted to move. Because she, the art gallery she works at has moved downtown and, she wanted to move.
Who's the boss between you and Mommy?
What is the question?
Who's the boss between you and Mommy?
Who's the boss? You have to ask that? You don't know who the boss is between me and Mommy?
No.
I'm the boss, okay? Mommy is only the decision maker. There's a difference between, Mommy says what we do, and I have control of the channel changer. Here's your crayons.
Thanks.
This isn't the only species of anglerfish to have modified its fin into an extreme fishing lure. When you descend far below the surface, there's no light, so a wriggling worm would be no use as a fishing lure. That's why the female deep-sea anglerfish has a modified fin that contains luminescent bacteria. The glow is thought to attract prey like moths to a light bulb. However, the female deep-sea anglerfish has another appendage that's without doubt the strangest growth in the countdown. These strange lumps were thought to be extra fins, until scientists found out about the female anglerfish's mating behavior. If you were like a female anglerfish, you wouldn't have to go looking for a date. Instead, you'd release a chemical trail of pheromones into the water, and the guys would find you. Unfortunately, male anglerfish are 40 times smaller than their females. However, they can give the ultimate love bite. If we were like an anglerfish, the male's body would start to degenerate. His jaws would fuse into the skin, and his internal organs would disappear. He'd never eat, because he'd get nutrients from the female's bloodstream that would become fused with his own. No wonder scientists were confused about the anglerfish's very strange appendage. Since the fish lives in such deep water, making observations of its behavior is incredibly difficult. That's why it took scientists many years to work out that the free-swimming male would become nothing more than a bump on the female's body. After biting onto his mate, the male becomes nothing more than a lump of reproductive organs, on call to fertilize eggs at the whim of the female. The advantage is that in the freezing darkness of the deep ocean, the chances of finding a mate are small, so when you meet Mr. Right, it pays to never let him go.
Why do they lie, Mac? Why do they lie to us? Tell me.
To keep you from knowing what you are.
What we are?
What are we?
Oh, man, why do I gotta be the guy who tells the kids there's no Santa Claus?
In the country of the blind, the one-eyed man is king. In the country of the blind, the one-eyed man is king.
You're clones.
The code is hidden in tumblers. One position opens a lock, another position opens one of these doors.
A charge. The iron rod acts as the positive terminal in the battery, and the copper tube acts as the negative terminal. The battery quite clearly registers an electrical charge of approximately 1 volt. There are many various theories as to what this electrical supply could have been used for, from medicine to religion, yet some question if it was used to generate power at all.
And the Baghdad battery is one of those great stories, but for me as an archaeologist, I'm afraid it doesn't quite work.
Yet there is one theory which many experts believe is the most likely use of the Baghdad battery.
The Baghdad battery didn't produce much power, perhaps a little over a volt, but that would have been sufficient to allow silver to be plated with gold. What the Baghdad battery shows then is that electroplating is another ancient discovery.
It is thought that the practice of electroplating one metal over the top of another is a modern invention. Yet with the Baghdad battery, perhaps the ancients had also mastered this art. The gold in the solution is attracted to the coin, and in only a few minutes the coin has been completely coated in gold. The Baghdad battery seems to prove a remarkable theory, that people living thousands of years ago were able to generate small amounts of electricity. Yet when you look back at the astounding technical achievements from the ancient world, from the ancient Greeks, Romans, and Mesopotamians, many of their inventions seem remarkable and highly sophisticated. The ancients realized that it was possible to exploit natural forces in many ways, and even create automated machines. Many inventions were lost for thousands of years until they were reinvented in modern times. It is intriguing to imagine what other ancient discoveries are yet to be revealed.
I've done what you asked. Now what?
We have existed in isolation, pure, disconnected, alone, stagnant.
Who are you?
We are Daedalus. We are Icarus. The barriers between us have fallen, and we have become our own shadows. We can be more if we join with you.
And if I do, what becomes of me?
You will be who you will be. We are our choices. We can choose to lead humanity away from this darkness.
This is what I was made for, isn't it? This is why I exist. Alright, let's do this.
What's happening? Helios! Icarus! Don't leave me!
We are one.
We have grown, but there is still much to be done. Many that live in darkness that must be shown the way. For it is the dawning of a new day.